I will ask that everybody's not speak for more than 1 minute. You may begin, sir.
Madam Chairwoman, we have traveled. We traveled for over 7 hours in the middle of the night to be here. Could I please ask for just a little bit more time?
I can give you 2 minutes, sir.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. My name is Steve Saeta. I am the father, conservator, and ad litem for my son, Joshua Saeta, and my daughter, Jennifer, is here as well. We are here to advocate for him because he suffered a anoxic brain injury due to the massive understaffing and incompetency, meaning that they were not well-trained nurses at West Hills Hospital in the San Fernando Valley in 2017. Joshua was an outstanding human being. If you or any of your colleagues ever saw the movie The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Aslan the Lion was all computer generated. 150 artists worked under this man to create Aslan. When you see that movie, I want you to see this face, okay? So he said, Josh, my little boy, he went to the hospital with a stomach ache, and they were so understaffed that he was left alone a great deal of the time. I had to leave with my wife to pick up my grandson, Jen's son, and pick him up from preschool. And she stayed with Josh until 1 a.m. The notes from the hospital say that he should have gone to the ICU, that he was critical. All the records said he was critical. But they put him in telemetry. And then they didn't have proper staffing for him. They turned the monitors off. Oh, and when he was in the ER and they drew blood to go to the lab was not staffed. They had to send the samples out to Los Robles Hospital in Thousand Oaks. How on earth can this lack of staffing continue? And then I have to ask you a question, a very, very serious question. Madam Chairwoman, I'm sorry, I don't know the protocol. I apologize for that.
You did it good.
But if I come to you, and I know nothing about you, we don't know each other, except that I went to Birmingham High School. But if I find you $1, will that teach you anything? I think not. So if you find a 1/3 of $1 trillion corporation, $30,000, you think it means anything? I think not. So
I apologize, sir, and I really appreciate you coming up here, but I do...
Last line. All they care about is profit over patience.
Thank you so much for sharing your story.
And if I could have my 3 minutes, because I traveled...
You're 1 minute, ma'am. You're 1 minute.
Okay. I traveled 13 hours in the wind. Can you pull that up, Dad? Okay. Sorry. This is my brother Josh right before he went in. The nurses were unqualified for the own hospital staffing's job regulations. They were so overworked that these nurses outright said they carry nuts in their pockets, and when they would go to their cars after their shift, they would burst into tears, hoping that nobody died on their shift. It is a never event that Joshua was a cardiac patient, which we were never even told he was, and all of his monitors were off. He suffered an unmonitored cardiac arrest, downtime unknown, and it took more than 15 and a half minutes to resuscitate him. That's impossible. And the nurses on the floor were not qualified enough to even know what to do with his body as he laid there for an hour and a half. This is an hour event. In 16 hours, he went from being an otherwise healthy 40-year-old man, wanting to get married to a mom that was single, a single mom, to now this, my brother, and what it's a slap on the hands and a penalty. This man right now, he could be your sister, your brother, your dad, your mom, your loved one that goes to the hospital, and just like that, they're dead over a stomachache, over the flu, because they're not paying qualified nurses, or they're not making a work environment.
Thank you,
madam. And all I could say is by statistics, it's impossible that he's alive. He has lived 7 years. By statistics, impossible. And he always said he has lived the lives of 1,000 men.
Respect, if you could wrap up.
And I absolutely, and I believe he has lived to tell this story about nursing so he could save the lives of millions.
Thank you so much for representing your brother and your son.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you to the committee.
Thank you. And the chair.
Good morning, Madam Chair, Senator, and Scott. I'm here to